Isn't it interesting? She's told that it is not proper, it is not appropriate to give her opinion on a homeless person being given a fine that they could probably never pay off for the rest of their life. But she forgets about the facts are that it was probably Title IX that got her that position in the first place. And not only that, all she's got to do, she can cry sexual harassment, hostile workplace, and different things like that, and she can sue. But a man can't do nothing. But she forgets about the rights that the men gave her in the first place. So anyway, this is a continuance right here.
In Panama City, Florida, to give a homeless person, can you imagine a $500 fine they got to pay because they decided to drink a beer to nurse their problems in life? What do you think about that?
I mean, I really don't think it's appropriate to give my personal opinion on that. I mean, if you have complaints regarding specific officers, Florida statute mandates that you file those complaints with the Internal Affairs Office there. So if it's the Bay County Sheriff or if it's the Panama City Police Department.
Okay, I'm gonna make a verbal complaint right over the phone right now. Now, what's that statute number?
Sir, that's the thing. You can't file a complaint.
Oh, yes, I can. Let me ask you something. No disrespect, Andrea. Let me ask you something. Aren't you a public servant?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now under 876 of the Florida statute, you did take an oath to support and defend the Florida Constitution. Am I correct on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Article 2, Section 7 of the Florida Constitution says unnecessary noise will not be tolerated. Okay? So, now, and also, from what I understand, there's a Supreme Court judge that sided with Richard Catalino on a super loud car stereo in the Tampa area of Florida. I would like to have him arrested for aiding American terrorists, and that is under the 2004 Anti-Terrorist Act that I looked up on the Florida Department of Law Enforcement website, which coincides with 943-0311 of the Florida statutes. Now,
Sir, I am not a sworn law enforcement officer. Would you like to speak to one of our agents?
okay, first of all, I'm talking to the secretary. If I'm not correct, Robert Bailey before was the commissioner.
Bailey? Yes, sir.
And then before that was Guy Tennell, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
That's right. Okay, so if I'm talking to the top of the organization, and I'm assuming, as a matter of fact, Andrea, I tried yesterday talking to a Daniel about the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and what I tried to do when he answered the phone, he was very nice and courteous, but I was surprised he would not write down one statute. Now, what I want to do is because I'm talking to the commissioner's office, I want to give you some statutes of these felony statutes of these super loud car stereos. So, if you don't mind...
What I'm trying to explain is I'm not a sworn law enforcement.
No, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be... Hey, if we've got sworn law enforcement officers that are protecting American terrorists, maybe I got somebody who ain't sworn, and maybe who cares. Now, I would like you to write these statutes down.
Okay,
Let's start off.
How can I help you?
I want you to write... Okay.
Can I provide to you?
Okay, Andrea, I'm sure that if I give you the statutes, I'm going to save Richard Swearington a bunch of time, because he might say, I don't have no statutes here to go on. So here are the statutes I would like to, please, allow me to do this. As of October 21st, 2015, I am a good citizen. I am trying to report cops that are protecting terrorists. In Panama City, Florida is the largest drug dealing area in the world.
I understand.
Okay? Now, please,
I'm trying to explain
please,
to you
I want you, because I'm...
want to file
Andrea, I want you, Andrea, please, write these statutes down. I'm trying to help you out. Please, would you do that?
Yes, sir, I'm trying to
Will you do that? Will you do that? Will you do that? again, first of all, I'm talking, Andrea, I'm talking to the top office of the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Am I correct on that?
Yes, sir.
You're his secretary. You're his secretary, right? Am I correct on that?
That is correct.
All right, here's the statutes. Let's start off with, all right, 81002 of the Florida statutes is when the concussion of the speakers breaks through somebody's house. That's a 15-year prison sentence to break into an occupied dwelling. Now let's go under 80610, which is interference with emergency vehicles, putting them in danger. That's a 5-year prison sentence. Let's go under Frank McKeith and Sheriff. It is his duty under 3015 of Florida statutes to arrest every one of these American terrorists. Okay, let's go under 874, criminal gang signaling instrumentalities, where the legislators specifically stated that citizens have a right to be able to not feel terrorized and intimidated in their own home. Let's go under 932 contraband Florida statute, where they can take away every one of their vehicles. Let's go under 784 of the Florida statutes of when I hear them things and they're busting my eardrums. That's felony battery upon my ears. Let's go under 895 of the Florida statutes when the cops do conspiracy, criminal conspiracy to protect American terrorists. Okay? Now, let's go under 893. It's actually a drug. These people get an audio high from it. Now, I'm trying to figure this out. If I'm talking to Rick Swearington's office, and under 876 of the Florida statutes, they are American terrorists. It is a seditious organization. Now, I want the Supreme Court judge that sided with Richard Catalino, I want him arrested. I want Sergeant Stryker of the Panama City Police Department, I want him arrested for putting false charges on somebody where I had to go to court many months. He didn't have to go one time.
I've already explained to you that fdle cannot just arbitrarily investigate law enforcement officers from another agency. Florida statute mandates that you have to file an internal affairs complaint with that officer's employing agency.
Oh,
we have to follow statute, and that is how it is.
Okay, first of all, number one, under your Florida statutes, a cop can lie to get their jobs, 943, 13, Section 8, okay? So I want to know something. Why does the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, let me ask you something. How many years in prison will the Florida Department of Law Enforcement people get if they decided to say, well, you know what? To hell with the statutes, we're going to help out this person. How many years in prison do you get?
I don't know. I'm not familiar.
You don't get no years in prison. Okay? Now, I want to know, what is that statute that forbids you from a citizen, because I've looked up on the Florida statutes under 943-0311, where it specifically states that private individuals can contribute to aiding the Department of Law Enforcement. We've got the 2004 Anti-Terrorism Act. Now, since I'm sure you have it on your wall right there, please, give me that statute that forbids you from being able to allow me to be able to circumvent a bunch of red tape. And you'll notice that I've done all kinds of law research. Don't you appreciate that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I'm talking, no disrespect, Andrea, I am talking to the top cop of the state of Florida. Am I correct on that? Office, right?
His office, yes, sir, but I am not a sworn law enforcement officer.
Oh, no,
I cannot
hey.
make a complaint for you. I cannot.
A sworn officer?
I've already offered to transfer you.
Okay, first of all, number one, I don't...
Sir, if you're going to continue to speak over me...
No, you let me talk. No, don't talk over me. Are you a cop?
I am not.
Then don't talk over me. I'm the general public. Okay? You're a public servant.
I do not have to talk to you in this manner.
Then I will talk very nicely to you. But don't overtalk me. Please.
If You're talking me.
Do not over-talk me. No, you're rudely interrupting me. I am trying to tell you stuff, and you're talking over me, and that sounds like a cop technique, okay? So I'm asking you. I'm giving you laws. Don't over-talk me. Don't over-talk me. All right? Now, don't hang up on me, because otherwise you have committed a criminal conspiracy, and you can go to prison on this. Okay? That's under 838 of Florida statutes, okay?
Sir, please do not threaten me.
I promise you, if you hang up, I know the laws to put you in prison, okay? It ain't a threat. It's a promise. It's a promise.
What's the promise?
It's a promise that I know the laws to put you in prison, okay? I don't want to do that. You took an oath.
Law enforcement, how may I help you?
Now notice that fucking bitch. Notice that fucking bitch. See, that fucking bitch doesn't even consider it about anybody else, because that fucking selfish bitch has got everything that she wants. Fuck everybody else. So the truth of the matter is, she should never even had no motherfucking rights in the first place. She has no consideration for anybody else. It's like, hey, I got mine. Fuck everybody else.
Yes, I want to talk to the Fusion Center of Florida Department of Law Enforcement.
Just a moment. The site with public safety information at your fingertips. By visiting us at www.fdle.state.fl.us, you can obtain information. Check for sexual offenders and predators. Sign up to receive Amber Alerts. Search for wanted daily watch warning. This line may be recorded.
Oh, is this line being recorded?
Yes, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and this line may be recorded.
Oh, really? Why do you record? I'm just curious.
Sir, may I ask why you're calling?
Oh, I'm curious to know. You said you're recording, you're volunteering something. I'd just like to ask you, why are you recording?
Yes, sir. One moment, please. Leading databases with the largest in the nation. It has provided more than 31,000 hits since its inception in 1992. Have you liked our Facebook page? FDLE Facebook. Sir, it may be recorded.
Hey, I don't care. I'm glad you're recording. I'm glad you're documenting, okay? This is the Fusion Center in FDLE in Tallahassee, right? Am I correct on that?
This is Florida Department of Law Enforcement you're calling.
Okay, is this the Fusion Center as of October 21st, 2015?